Sophie, listen. I've got a wild idea for you, Ethan said with enthusiasm. Ethan, an upbeat and approachable marketing expert, had come across a lost driver's license and decided to return it to its owner. But instead of just receiving a thank you, he was met with something far more powerful, an unexpected opportunity that would bring them both to tears and change the course of their lives. Ethan was in his mid-30s and worked at a modest marketing firm. From a young age, he had a knack for influencing and communicating, which naturally led him to pursue a career in marketing. Known for his persuasive skills, Ethan earned a reputation as a marketing whiz. He advanced quickly within the company and, in under 2 years, reached a senior position. Alongside his professional skills, Ethan was known for his lighthearted nature. He loved to tell jokes and share a laugh, a trait his coworkers truly appreciated. His success wasn't just built on skill alone, but also on the cheerful, easygoing energy he brought into every room. When he wasn't at work or busy with marketing projects, Ethan liked to unwind with long walks or home workouts. He converted a small part of his living room into a makeshift gym. Life to Ethan was good. He was proud of his accomplishments, embraced simplicity, and found real joy in life's smaller moments. One weekend after cleaning his house and doing the laundry, as per his routine, Ethan decided to go for a short walk in the neighborhood since he was so exhausted from all the house chores and could not work out as he had planned. He opted for walking. Shortly after leaving his house, Ethan decided to cross a big park as a shortcut. Instead of following his normal route for his walks, that was when he noticed a red lady's wallet lying on the field. At first, when Ethan saw the wallet, he wanted to ignore it and walk away. But on second thought, he stopped and picked it up. Someone must have lost this, Ethan said to himself as he picked up the wallet. Upon opening the wallet, Ethan found cash and a driver's license. The driver's license belonged to a woman named Sophie, and her address showed that she lived in the neighborhood 3 streets away from where Ethan had found her wallet. She might be worried. I need to take this to her, Ethan thought to himself, and with that, he went looking for the woman's address. 15 minutes after Ethan found the wallet on the park field, he found the woman's house. It was a decent-sized house with pretty flowers planted outside. "Hello, I'm Ethan." Ethan introduced himself to the woman after he knocked twice on her door and she opened it, and she had one of the calmest and prettiest smiles Ethan had ever seen. "Hi, Ethan. How can I help you?" Sophie asked with a calm smile. "I found this in the park while I was taking a walk this evening, and it had your driver's license and address on it," Ethan said as he stretched the wallet to Sophie. "Oh my. Thank you so much. I have been looking everywhere for this for nearly 2 days now." Sophie said, her eyes sparkling with gratitude. "You're welcome," Ethan said. "Anyway, I'll be on my way." "Sophie," he added. "Wait, I'd love to thank you properly. Would you like to come in for a cup of coffee? It's the least I can do." She gestured towards her cozy home. "It's quiet and peaceful here. No grandkids running around today." Ethan hesitated for a moment, but Sophie's warm smile and genuine invitation were hard to resist. "Well, I can't say no to a cup of coffee," he replied with a chuckle, "especially not after all that walking." Sophie beamed and stepped aside, holding the door open for him. "Come on in." Then she said, "Let me make you a fresh pot." Sophie's house was very spacious and beautiful. Inside, the interior decoration was calm and soothing, and the scented candles she placed on her coffee table set the mood. "You love candles?" Ethan asked after he settled down. He had noticed a vast collection of scented candles on Sophie's table. "Oh dear, I don't just love candles. I make them. I have tons of those candles in my closet," Sophie said as she handed Ethan a cup of coffee. "Do you mind if I take a look?" Ethan asked. "Of course not," Sophie responded immediately after she did. Ethan walked to the table and inhaled the different scents of the candles. "These are good. Do you sell them?" "Oh no, I've not been able to get people to buy them, so I make them and give them to people," Sophie said, "but you can make a ton of money selling them." Ethan tried to convince her. "I know, Ethan. I tried to sell them in the past, but I wasn't very successful with that," Sophie responded. "I understand," Ethan answered. The rest of that evening, Ethan and Sophie enjoyed their coffee. While Ethan listened to Sophie talk about her grandkids, Sophie explained to Ethan that she had lost her wallet the day she took her grandkids to the park, and she didn't even realize she had lost it until she got home that evening. After their long talk, Sophie fixed dinner for the both of them, and Ethan thanked her wholeheartedly. Ethan loved how warm Sophie was and how she reminded him of his late Aunt Lena. I have to go now. Sophie, thank you so much for hosting me today. Ethan said it was already several minutes past 9, and Ethan knew he had to get home on time for his favorite TV show. Oh, Ethan, thank you so much. I don't know what I would have done without you, Sophie said with a broad smile. No, Sophie, I should thank you. My stomach is filled because of you, and I do not take that for granted. You're such a kind man. Tell me, what should I do to repay you for your kindness? Sophie asked. You have already done enough, Sophie. I love that cup of coffee. Our conversation in the food. Ethan answered. No, Ethan, I insist. Sophie said, okay, some candles. I would love it. Some candles. Ethan said, hold on, I'll be back in a jiffy. Sophie smiled as she walked out of the living room. A couple of minutes after Sophie left, she returned with a big box of candles for Ethan. Geez, Sophie, you didn't have to. A candle would have been enough. Ethan said, just one candle for a kind and rare man like you? You've got to be kidding me. Sophie said as she handed the box of candles to Ethan. When Ethan looked into the box, he realized that Sophie had given him more than 15 large-sized scented candles. But Ethan tried to talk. Shush. Don't say anything. I already told you I had a ton of those candles in my closet. Sophie smiled. Ethan was speechless, but he knew he had to thank Sophie for her generosity. Sophie did. While Ethan walked home with his box of candles that evening, an idea struck him. Ethan remembered that Sophie said she had never sold a candle despite trying so hard, so he decided to do something for her. Being an expert marketer, Ethan knew he could sell out Sophie's candles in a couple of days. All he needed were the right people. That evening when Ethan got home, he took pictures of the scented candles, surfed the internet for their distinct uses, and made an ad online. On Monday, while going to work, Ethan took some of the candles along with him, and before that day was over, he sold all of them to his colleagues at work. As for the ad, Ethan made the result. Turned out great, and by the end of that week, Ethan had sold all the candles. After Ethan had sold all the candles, his next plan was to visit Sophie again and give the money back to her. So that weekend, Ethan stopped by Sophie's house and she was thrilled to see him. Hi, Sophie. Would you mind if I took a minute of your time? Oh, Ethan, please come on inside. Sophie said, then she walked straight to the kitchen to make him a cup of coffee. Thank you, Sophie. Ethan thanked her when she returned and handed him the cup of coffee. I have something for you, Ethan said with a broad smile. Oh, really? What's that? Sophie asked excitedly. Without wasting time, Ethan took out a white envelope from his pocket and handed it to Sophie. What's this for? Sophie asked in surprise after she saw the contents of the envelope. It is from the sales of your candles. Ethan said, wait, what? People bought my candles? Sophie asked, in shock. Yes, they did. And as a matter of fact, they want more. Ethan responded confidently. Oh my gosh, Sophie burst into tears. I can't believe you made so much money selling my candles, she added, trying to hold back her tears. I'm sorry I can't take this. The candles were yours, not mine. Sophie said, no, Sophie, they were yours, and this money belongs to you. Ethan responded. After Sophie cried for a minute, she wiped her tears and hugged Ethan tightly. Thank you so much, Ethan. You have no idea what this means to me. It had always been my dream to sell at least one of my candles to someone. Sophie said, don't worry, Sophie. I will help you sell as many candles as you can make. I'm a marketer, and selling is what I do best. Sophie, I've got you, Ethan assured her. I'll help you sell every candle you can make. Marketing is my thing, and selling is what I do best. True to his word, Ethan helped Sophie successfully sell dozens of her handmade scented candles. Thanks to his efforts, Sophie earned a significant profit and the two quickly built a solid business partnership. But their connection didn't stop there. Over time, Sophie and Ethan developed a genuine friendship, and Ethan became close to her family as well. To Sophie, it felt like a way to return the favor for Ethan's initial act of kindness, though she had no idea that this budding relationship would soon reshape her entire future. It's often the smallest acts of generosity that spark the biggest changes. What began as a simple gesture of hospitality toward the man who returned her lost wallet blossomed into a series of events that brought lasting positivity to both their lives. It served as a powerful reminder that kindness can ripple far beyond the moment it's given, and perhaps, just maybe, the universe finds a way to reward those who lead with compassion. What are your thoughts on this story? I'd love to hear your opinions, so please share them in the comments section below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more captivating stories. Stay tuned for our upcoming content. See you in the next video.